So, greetings everyone. My name is Miroslav Polzer. I'm here with our team members, Hossein and Maria, and with Daria from the UNIDO Global Clean Tech Innovation Program. And we are here for the side event, Digital Art for Climate and Blockchain4Climate COP28 edition. We're going to talk about edutainment, data and digital innovation for citizens and youth climate action empowerment. And we have here the following co-organizers of today's event. It is IAAI GloCha. It's a civil society organization and a social enterprise based in Klagenfurt. And it's UN Habitat, Climate Green Coalition, Conscious Crypto Creators Program of Arts Help, the Ministry of Economy, Tourism and Sport of the Republic of Slovenia, and the Earth Day Japan Network. And we are very proud and happy that we are hosted today by the UNIDO Clean Tech Program. And Daria, would you be so kind to say a few words about your work and how it connects to the topic science, technology, and innovation and youth empowerment?
Miroslav, thank you very much. And on behalf of the Global Clean Tech Innovation Program of UNIDO, I'd like to welcome the GloCha team here in Vienna in DIC. We are really happy to have you today with us and to host this event and to be the facilitators. And also welcome to all the other participants joining from other venues and other organizations and other partners. It's a pleasure to meet everyone. So the collaboration between Global Clean Tech Innovation Program and GloCha started a year ago in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt on the margins of COP27 within the Climate Run initiative that was organized by the government of Egypt. And together with GloCha, we co-organized a side event for the Climate Run finalists. Because both GloCha and GCIP, the Global Clean Tech Innovation Program, work towards the same goal, which is development, sustainable development, and climate action through innovation and entrepreneurship support. So we believe that both programs are working towards the same goal, have the same similar ideals in mind. And we are really happy to continue this collaboration that started at COP27 today and moving forward towards COP28 in Emirates. We're really happy and glad to advance these discussions and see where it leads us and where we have synergies together and how we can contribute to the advancement of the dialogue. So welcome everyone, wishing everyone a productive discussion today and hoping that it will inspire further dialogue and further action. Thank you.
Wonderful, Daria. It's really very good that we have your organization, your program in Austria. It's really high potential and needed for this deep socio-economic transformation that we need towards low-carbon societies and economies. And now to some information about our side event. So we have following aims. On the one hand, we want to raise awareness about this cultural shift towards all of society engagement in climate action. We believe that these big goals that we have for global climate action, Paris Agreement, climate neutrality by 2050, that this will only be possible if it is, if we have everyone everywhere empowered to take action. And my organization believes that the forthcoming this year's climate conference in Dubai can be a very important milestone in this journey of humanity towards a more bold climate action. And we want to build the vision that at the COP in Dubai in December, that there will be this inspiration and empowerment of all of society with culture, with music, with the right digital tools and the right corrections in our economic system. And we will present today the solutions like the edutainment approach of combining this needed action with joy and fulfillment and personal development, digital skills development. And then also the second topic in terms of solutions is the data and digital innovation program for citizens and youth climate action empowerment that my organization is working together with the Climate Change Coalition and with Climate Kick and with other partners. And we will show you some of the tools that we have developed, some of the roadmaps towards building this ecosystem and this infrastructure in a holistic, systemic manner. And we will build the movement, and therefore we are happy that we have the opportunity to present our solutions today and to a broad global audience, experts in science, technology, and innovation, and SDI governance, so that we can connect the dots, bring together different elements of the solution. And on this journey towards a big solution, now, or perhaps briefly, visualization, as we're talking about culture, so it goes beyond these typical cognitive structures, but also having some images of how success should look like. You see here the dome, the Al Wasl Plaza from Expo City, Dubai. This will be the heart of the COP28. And last year in January, there was the Global Weeks opening. It was a very impressive event. And we want to have similar scale and momentum there with our work. And we have also had at the last COP Digital Innovation and Digital Art for Climate pavilion, where we brought digital solution providers, artists, young people, and everyone together. And this year, this should be on an even much bigger scale. So this is one part of the visualization of the aims of today's event. And the second part of the visualization is that we will work together among the digital solution providers. We will develop solutions like the Citizens Climate Action App, and we are building a GloCha Center for digital innovation for climate action empowerment in Klagenfurt in Austria. And you will hear more about the pathway, the milestones on this journey during today's event. So we have the welcome session, and in this welcome session, we are very proud and happy to have Doug Reagan with us. From the Reagan is the youth program of UN Habitat. A big innovator. He was also with us in Klagenfurt. We had our conference, building the foundation for solutions, and also a partner with Digital Art for Climate. Digital Art for Climate. Doug, please take the floor. Thanks for being with us today and all the years before.
Thanks so much, Miro, and thanks everyone for.
Are you unmuted? Are you unmuted? We cannot hear you.
No.
You are not muted, but I cannot hear. Wait a minute. Just a second. Just try again, please. Try again, please.
Hi. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
We're good?
Yes.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Thanks you, Miro. Again, really excited to be back discussing the digital art for climate, how we can move forward. I think it's as Miro has referenced, we've been involved in this for quite a long time, way back into Klagenfurt when I was there, I can't even remember the year, pre-pandemic, when we started this journey, and now we're moving forward and have gone through 2 COPs and General Assembly and but most importantly, engaging young people then that's kind of where we come in as UN Habitat. UN Habitat is a UN agency in charge of urban sustainability for the UN system. So our major focus is SDG 11. But within that, my role and the role of the unit, the Human Rights and Social Inclusion unit that I'm involved in, is to assure that no one and no space is left behind. And so that's where we slot into the digital art program and initiative. We were really excited when we did that we were able to engage one of the youth groups that we work with in an informal settlement here in Nairobi, Kenya, where UN Habitat is based. We were able to have some young people come forward, put forward a mural on climate change that they did as a kind of an info mural, if you want to call it that, in Mathare, and in the informal settlement in Nairobi. And this then went on to win a special award with DigitalArt4Climate change. So we're excited about that. We've also been able to bring in other new partners to the table, specifically the United Nations Environment Program, World Environmental Situation Room. This is a new program coming online any day now. That's a partnership with Spain, Turkey, and as well IAAI and GloCha in looking at how we can further engage young people as climate leaders and what we're calling climate change makers, and how we can profile and use data to engage people globally. I mean, as we see now in the world, the data with AI, with ChatGPT and such is moving so quickly that we really need to keep ahead of the curve. We really need to assure that we use data for good, and not allow it to drift over into other areas. And so this is exciting and a quite scary time. I think we noted through the pandemic that obviously many very negative things happened, and it was with tragic loss of life around the world, but also that we were also pushed to become more digital natives than we ever have been, whereas this used to be kind of the realm of young people, where young people were the initial they're the first users of technology. They live and breathe technology. I think we've all kind of been moved into that realm now by force by the pandemic, where we lived virtually for a couple of years. So there's been a lot going on, but I think this is an exciting next step. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to discussing the next COP, discussing how we can assure that from our side that young people are front and center using the technology that they know how to use. And yeah, so thanks so much, and looking forward to the rest of the session.
So now I'm unmuted. I hope you can hear me. UN Habitat is reaching young people all over the world, and that's also the approach that we have with IAAI GloCha. We want to trigger action on the local level, empower youth, provide the necessary knowledge, technology, and the financial resources for young people to be able to take action. And we are, as regards harnessing the potentials of blockchain technology, digital innovation, Slovenia is also a very important global leader, and Nena Dokuzov from the Slovenian Ministry for Economy, Tourism and Sport is there, together with Tadej Slapnik, who we will hear later, key person, ambassador, and leading the way. Nena, please, if you could tell us what you are doing in the field of empowering people and society and economy with blockchain technology, and what are your particular plans for the climate conference in Dubai this year?
Thank you, Miro, and thank you for your kind presentation. You always use such nice words to present our work here and how we deal with this. Probably I will start with some few years ago. We actually started to promote blockchain for SDGs and the blockchain for climate change at the very beginning when we started to deal with blockchain. I have to say that as I'm also UNC head of delegation for Slovenia, we started with the pilot project which was focused in UNC fact chain. But even before, we prepared a kind of white paper, which was blockchain for SDGs. And for each SDG, we found a kind of use case and how the application of blockchain can reach the specific sustainable goal. During the development of the infrastructure, we were developing on European level EBSI, so European Blockchain Services Infrastructure, but also today we'll probably explain more about this later. As there were a case of high energy consumption of blockchain protocols, we were happy to launch also our national SI chain, which was very energy efficient, very fast, and we were proud to explain what type of protocol do we have, which is not, which doesn't have that impact on the environment. In the same track, how we were developing the European blockchain partnership use cases, we were also developing one very important use case, which was called notarization or traceability. And this use case now we are going to upgrade, and it will be focused in two things actually. It is built on two pillars. One pillar is traceability of the data and documents. We heard earlier that use the data for good, but use the data for efficient and environmental friendly application. We also follow this principle. On the other hand, it is even more environmentally or climate protection oriented is the other pillar that is focused into the traceability of materials. We are talking, we know that on the European level now we have a digital product passport, but we are talking here about the digital passport for products and materials. And this will also contribute to the climate goals and the climate protection. So we had a lot of events and a lot of mapped use cases that contribute to climate change in a positive way, to show how blockchain technology and how the advanced digital technologies also converged or combined by themselves can have a positive environmental impact, but also how we can measure this impact through that technology. We know that the European Union developed around 130 standards for environmental, social, and governance sustainability. So with the use of blockchain technology and also AI and other advanced technologies, we can track those all those indicators. We can measure and we can verify their values so that we can adopt the right policy approaches. So for Expo, I have to say that during Expo in Dubai, we had two conferences, blockchain for SDGs and blockchain and AI for the sustainability purposes, and both conferences were very successful, and we decided to upgrade this approach with continuation of the activities within regional hub for advanced digital technologies also in Dubai. As we know that this year we are preparing our presence on GITEX or GITEX Impact. GITEX Impact is a climate and environmentally oriented or purpose technological fair that is being held in I think from 16th to 20th of October. And during this GITEX Impact, we will also show our use cases. We will showcase how we achieve the sustainability goals through and with the support of the technologies. What is also important here, and Miro, you know it very well, we are preparing a kind of memorandum of understanding where we have an intention to conclude this with the UAE Ministry of International Cooperation. And here also GloCha and Dubai World Trade Center and some other organizations will act as associated partners so that we can show how from the governmental level we are supporting the achievement of SDGs, and also how the supporting organizations can contribute to that achievement. For COP28, I need to say, and probably Tadej will explain it later also, that we had last year first ever COP in the metaverse. It was called MetaCOP. We also had some showcases to show how we use the technology to achieve environmental and climate goals. And it was the first, how can I say, high-tech virtual environment to showcase how also the states and the organizations within the states contribute to achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. So for COP28, we also are planning that digital twin or metaverse edition of COP28, and we are going to organize also in our pavilion, our spot at the Expo. We are planning to have 2 days conference where we will cover actually at least 4 pillars, and one is sustainable mobility, the other is energy efficiency. Here we will focus on also carbon trading and how blockchain can support carbon trading systems, and what derivations of that carbon trading can be derived from blockchain technology. Then the third is circular economy. And also what I already said the last time, we have during the Spanish presidency of EU, they are very concentrated into the circular construction. So here we will try to show how the circular construction can be supported by blockchain technology, AI, and other virtual and augmented technologies, also with the use of 3D technology and so on. But as the introduction into these two events, GITEX and GITEX Impact, and also COP28, we have on the 22nd of May that event, which will focus into one thing that we think it's very important, and without this we cannot achieve the right approach to achieve the goals. It will be focused into EdTech and edutainment. You will probably, Miro, explain it later. Miro has, GloCha has 1 hour and a half slot in which different views, different aspects from this will be presented. This will be on the 22nd of May, also in Dubai, in Slovenian Pavilion at Sustainability Spot. But I have to say one more thing, that together with UNIDO, we are planning to co-organize at least one event on the COP28, because UNIDO is industrial organization. And we are cooperating at the moment with UNIDO to transfer knowledge and to open the node of Slovenian SI chain in Tanzania. So this will even more strengthen the approach towards the sustainable development goals. Miro, I hope I said everything. Maybe.
No, it was wonderful. It's really amazing how much you are doing and how things come together into a big picture. And very much looking forward to join you at the event in Dubai on the 22nd of May.
Thank
so
you.
that we will forge the partnerships in Dubai and helping the UAE government to succeed, to really make this very successful COP. As our partners at Dubai World Trade Center, GITEX Impact, said, this has to be a COP, a story that people will talk about worldwide. And for this, we need edutainment and this kind of emotion triggering elements and digital innovation, new approaches. Yeah, and you are doing great stuff. And also Climate Kick is doing wonderful stuff. It's really very impressive, the work of Climate Kick in the field of knowledge, innovation, education, entrepreneurship, and so many more things. And now we have a formal memorandum of understanding to collaborate on digital art for climate. And this will be now a big success story. And Lisa is the force of nature that is in Brussels driving our cooperation and the work also of Climate Kick policy team. Lisa, please share your perspectives on how we will make COP28 a big success and nurture and resource our work.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's like, especially this year, is systemic critical for COP, but also on EU level, because Fit for 55, that's like that little policy thing which EU said by 2030 we will have to reduce 55% of our carbon emission, no matter what. And by 2050 we are going to be carbon neutral. So how do we do this? One of the biggest issues in the climate change community is that how do we change people's minds and move people's hearts? And as we know, the utter power of the creative industry is to do exactly that. And what we are now happily together, also like in a formalized partnership, is simply building bridges and invite each other communities to work together. And we do that on a European level, but especially this year, we will also do this together at COP. especially in the context of the innovation pavilion with UNFCCC, where we Climate Kick already dared to ask to talk about culture creative industries for the first time ever officially in a UNFCCC calendar. And of course, Miroslav and Irina were there with us in the first generation. So the door is open, the carpet is rolled out. So like, let's just make it bigger and better and invite more people.
Yeah, and it's perhaps also good to mention the important role that Climate Kick is playing in the field of climate neutral cities. The new mission city, perhaps you want to say something about.
Yeah, I just tried to behave a little bit because I was talking for too long last time. So
no, you're welcome.
Yeah, so the EU has something called EU missions. That's the European version of moonshots. And one of those EU missions is in the context of cities. So we Climate Kick, we are the leader in the consortium for net zero cities. It's just the world's biggest city program to commit to go carbon neutral. Our biggest issue is we are too successful. We have far too many cities who want to join. We started with 112, but we actually had 377 cities. So we'll have to find a solution for that. In that context, because it's a policy and very like systemic theory research program, is we are trying to build bridges in the creative industry, because we know by data, if the involvement and activity of culture creative industries increases, carbon footprint goes down. So, and that's what we are all about. That's one layer. And the other layer is that that was very handy, is that actually Klagenfurt is one of our mission cities. So also, like, you know, change in policy it's mechanical and emotional at the same time. And I'm very happy that we actually bring all of those sides together. So since Klagenfurt is one of our 112 cities, I'm allowed to be particularly nice to you.
That's very good. The universe loves us.
Now we just have to do all of the work. This is not gonna be easy,
yeah,
but
true,
hey,
yeah.
you know, if there's one thing what the creatives can deal with is pain and suffering. So art has been created in that. So voila, let's do this. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for having been with us. And it's only the beginning of our journey. We will collaborate a lot. And you will come to our GloCha Co-Creation Festival workshop series their first days of June. We are extend the invitation in more detail early next week.
An exchange, you are joining our workshop in Bonn on the 15th of June. Where we are also going to use this under disguise. No, it's official, but like, so we will use it to explain why arts and culture, and then also use arts and culture to consolidate on cities and philanthropy.
Yes.
So it's so important. We have too many platforms, too many islands. We simply don't have the time. We have to work together. And now, as some cities are even so desperate that they would even be prepared to work with artists. Sorry, like if you work in Brussels, you become a little bit cynical, but like, you know, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, and we are on the avenue of victory. And on the avenue of victory with us is also Irina. Hi, Irina. Wonderful. The mother of DigitalArt4Climate, DigitalArt4Climate coordinator and expert in blockchain, metaverse issues, and happy to have you as our partner. And Irina, could you make a presentation of what the DigitalArt4Climate initiative is and how you see its potentials in the fight against the global climate crisis?
Thank you, Miroslav. I'm happy to be here and very excited about having Lisa and Climate Kick joining the movement and empowering creators, because DigitalArt4Climate is all about empowering creators and connecting them to a new UNFCCC process, as well as connecting climate activists and advocates to creatives community and giving young people, young artists opportunity to express themselves, to drive attention to the environmental problems they find relevant in their local communities, as well as globally. So DigitalArt4Climate began in 2021, in summer 2021, with our wonderful Anna Dart, creative director and co-founder of Exquisite Workers community. She's done an incredible work in mobilizing artists, digital artists, and bringing everybody on board for the first edition of COP26 DigitalArt4Climate initiative. We have a wonderful COP26 collection presented in Glasgow. And then last year, we had a second edition of COP27 art competition and a digital innovation pavilion in Sharm el-Sheikh. We've delivered on our promises for the NFT marketplace, and we're looking forward to build more partnerships and activate more people and give more opportunities. And now that we are working closely with the European Union, I'm myself joining today from Valencia, Green Capital of Europe 2024. We will also have several initiatives here around NFTs and art, and I'm looking forward to build this bridge and bring creatives, bring their voices to the next edition of DigitalArt4Climate. Details of this year's edition will follow as we are in preparation and building organizational structure and defining partners for this edition. And of course, DigitalArt4Climate is much more than a tech initiative. It is a community, it is a movement, and we want to make events like COP much more inclusive. We know that access to the physical venue is limited, but the problem is global, and technology is here to help solve this problem. And one of them is inclusion, especially of young people who are actively building and contributing to the present of environment around us, of the creative, arts, music, fashion. Fashion is really, fashion community is becoming more active and vocal in sustainability dialogue, which is absolutely encouraging. And I'm looking forward to connecting with many more artists and many more creatives, which this year Miroslav will be presenting later the music edition and music award for this year. And I'm absolutely excited to work with all the partners from our past editions and build new partnerships for this year edition. Thank you, Miroslav.
Thank you very much, Irina. You are the right person for this program, DigitalArt4Climate, as you have really this senses for the spirit of time and for the power of creativity and community. And as you have mentioned, our partners from past editions, I'm delighted to welcome Tamer Taha from the Ministry of International Cooperation from Egypt. We've cooperated last year on the Climatech Run digital art track, and I think it was an inspiring and mutually beneficial cooperation for both sides. Tamer, please take the floor and share your experience on how this kind of approaches can help us inspire young people, engage them, and in a meaningful and rewarding manner, our young people.
Thanks a lot, Miro. Hello, everyone who are here with us. On behalf of the Egyptian government, we are very honored to be here with you today and sharing with you the experience of Egypt's global competition, the Climatech Run 2022, that was run last year at COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh. I have a small presentation. I will try to share the screen. I hope it will work.
It should work. You just go on sharing. Yes, it's coming.
Okay, great. So the climate hackathon was launched by the government of Egypt, represented by the Ministry of International Cooperation, the Ministry of Environment, and the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology, in partnership with more than 15 international partners, including the USAID, Afrexim Bank, World Food Program, Google, UNDP, UNFPA, UNIDO. I don't want to forget anyone, but and many also networks of startups like the AfriLabs and the Youth Entrepreneurs Network, and Falak, and as well as IAAI GloCha and UNFPA for the digital art track, which we'll discuss further later on. The aim of the competition, and as you all know, COP27 was considered as the African COP. And when we talk about climate action and climate change, there is a gap in terms of investments for technology in climate. Around 25% of the venture capital investments are allocated to climate-related technologies. However, only 0.2% are allocated to Africa. And this is a very important point to mention, because the African continent, and more generally developing countries or the global south, are the ones who are the most vulnerable to the climate change. So this gap is one of the important aspects based on which this competition was or has taken a focus on Africa, as we will see in its implementation. There were two tracks, as I mentioned. The first track was focusing on tech startups with a grand prize of 100,000 USD, which as far as I know, it's by far the biggest competition in the history of all COPs, given the size of the prizes, as well as the number of participants, as we'll see. So the tracks was one on tech startup, and it included energy, food security, water management, Industry 4.0, smart urban development, climate resilience, and other sectors. So it was sector agnostic. And the other track, which we have proudly partnered with UNFPA and IAAI GloCha and the DigitalArt4Climate, which was the Digital Art for Climate Action, and it was a track specified for digital artists to present whether they're digital paintings or 3D models or animation videos or even photography, explaining and expressing their views on climate change and what the role art can do in providing a message of hope, of engagement, of awareness especially for youth and women. The grand prize of this track was 5,000 USD, and there was a special prize for the best African digital artists of 2000 that was also offered by IAAI GloCha. The selection criteria was basically, especially here, I'm talking about the startups, it was basically about the innovation and the team, the feasibility, the impact, the clarity of the idea, and also the quality of the business model and the financial plan of the startup. And we launched the competition for both tracks on August 22nd. We received more than 2,000 expression of interests from 98 countries. And we, as the government of Egypt, we are very proud to be able to attract all this number of participants. And this is definitely thanks to also our international network of partners who helped us reaching this number and these diverse ideas. So the top 15 from the top 15 startups, after a very thorough shortlisting process and screening process, were invited to pitch at COP27. As well as for the digital art track, we did an online voting competition. And based on the votes, we announced also the winners during COP27 on the Youth Day, which was on the 10th of November. And afterwards, like following November 10th, we created a dedicated program for the winners and for all the finalists to keep this community, given that usually the tech startups that are working in the climate action are either very fragmented or they usually don't are not very well connected together. So the aim is to create this network of technologists who are interested in the climate action. And we also tailored for them an acceleration boot camp in Cairo for 4 days following COP27, for them to get to know each other better, and also to get some capacity building training on different business and sustainability and technology issues. As I mentioned, we got 98 countries, and the total contribution of these startups, they contributed to reducing carbon dioxide emissions by around 400,000 tons, which also like a very important contribution. And also thanks to our partners at IAAI GloCha, we created a digital exhibition where we also showcased all the participants from the digital art track. As you see, the diversity of the participants, and also they operate, the 15 finalists operate in more than 46 countries. So this also shows the potential of scalability of these technologies if well supported, and if they were provided the support. Their scaling potentials are tremendous. We also had a very high-level panel of juries, and these are the top finalists. You will find them on our website, working in different areas, including biotechnology and agri-tech, and even water management. That was the pitching event at COP27. This is the digital or the virtual metaverse art gallery for all the digital art participants and the digital artists. And also I will share the link with you all, so you can see the participant contributions. This was the winners announcement during COP27 at the Blue Zone, and we are proud to have very high level representation. And we are also we had also international recognition, and this is also the importance of having a multi-stakeholder partners. We had international recognition not only by the partners and their leaderships, but also on the global media, including CNN. We were featured on CNN, and also African Business and Yahoo Finance and others. So now, which I think it's the aim of today's discussion, which is what's after COP27. So now we believe that we have built a community of practitioners of startups from all over the globe, and also from digital artists. We want to build on this in partnership with the same partners of last year, but also new partners, including definitely on the road to COP28. We already have open channels with the partners. There's a huge interest to continuing the Climate Tech Run and having it next year as well. We're in discussion now with the UN STI Global Innovation Hub, and we are very happy and looking forward to discuss with you potential areas of collaboration on the road to COP28. So thank you very much, and looking forward to collaborating with you. I'm leaving my email here, and we're looking forward to hopefully collaborate for Climate Tech Run 2023. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Tamer. It was really great to hear your success story or a good practice case from last year. And this will certainly be an inspiration also for COP28 presidency and for the players in the UAE to see that this is an approach which resonates with the public. It's been taken up by media, and it's a positive story to be told, and where young people see opportunities and areas where they can contribute and are not so much a victim of despair when one looks at the statistics and deteriorating weather extreme situation. And so one could despair, but with this kind of stories that we have here, empowering and inspiring approaches, then we can bring positive energy and hope. And yeah, so with this, I would now give overview of our plans for the COP28. First step, immediately, more or less after this event here, will be we will be on the 22nd of May in Dubai with NENA and the Slovenian government, and having a workshop about edutainment for COP28. There we will bring some of our existing partnerships in the UAE to the table, and we will then see how can we build alliances. For instance, there is a partnership of the COP28 presidency with Dubai Cares about having climate education as a thematic priority, as a flagship initiative of the UAE presidency. And we think that with our edutainment approach, combination of education and entertainment, we could fit as a sub-program there. And we will identify further partners in Dubai there on the 22nd of May. Then we will go to have a workshop from the 28th of May till the 3rd of June in Carinthia, in our home province, and we were there with partners on the details of the art competition, but also of the edutainment programs at COP28, the program also for our digital innovation pavilion, which we are planning to have again in the blue zone of the UN FCCC process, really the heart of the gathering of the global community. And you will be able to find more details on the homepage DigitalArt4Climate.space early next week, if you are interested to join this co-creation festival. So, and then we will have at the Bonn Climate Conference on the 14th of June, we will launch the call for submissions, and there will be several innovations. One innovation is the theme. It will be co-creating the future. The last editions have been focused on humanity challenged by climate change. And now this year's focus will be on co-creating the future. And this has the synergy effect also with the UN systems preparations for the Summit of the Future next year. And so the top artwork that will be created will not only inspire COP28, but will then be also used to inspire the Summit of the Future of the UN Secretary General in New York in September next year. We will have a music video award, and here Christina Stevens will talk in a minute more about this potentials of power of music for emotion and action triggering. Then we have a wonderful new partner, Art for All Center Sharjah. Ruba will join us also on this call to say a few words about their program. And with them, we will have an Artists with Special Needs Award. So the COP28 is all about inclusion. And when we talk about inclusion, we have also to think of people with special needs, because they have also a lot to give, especially in the field of art. And then we have cooperation with Earth Day Network Japan, music for SDGs, and we have this edutainment show. Then we will have a conference and Digital Art for Climate exhibit at the UN headquarters in New York in September. We've had it already last year as a test run, so to say. And this year we are planning it even bigger, and we have the space reserved for the exhibit. And a big innovation is an edutainment hub, because it's not only about engaging artists by asking them to submit their work, but we will develop an edutainment hub model which will be presented at the GITEX Impact Conference that Nena has mentioned before. And this will be a hands-on activation zone where people will see the artwork, but they will be also able to receive free NFTs. They will learn about digital wallets. How can I start my collection? How can I mint from an artwork that I'm generating? And through this, people learn about climate action, but they learn also digital skills to use these tools. And this is something where we are quite confident that this could be a module, a replicable module that could be brought to schools, to youth centers all over the world, to have this positive approach, edutainment approach for youth engagement and youth empowerment. And this is this movement building that can have a big shout out at COP28. Yeah, we will have then our digital innovation pavilion again, and there we will have exhibit, NFT drops, edutainment hub programs. A new thing that's also very important is that we will not only have a virtual gallery where you have the artwork and you can read about the artist, but we will have stories about the artwork, the stories about the artwork, about the artists, their communities, their projects that they love. And this kind of content is very compelling. We believe that this could be really an entertainment platform, a climate action entertainment platform, which can then be connected with partners like, for instance, My Net Zero platform from Lifestyles. They are working on employees empowerment for climate action. And in all these efforts, when we want people to have take climate action, we have to give them something. And we, with this kind of stories, youth-focused, art-focused, we can give the people positive energy, social energy, inspiration, heart power. Yeah, and all this will be also concentrated on the Citizen Climate Action app. We build this global community of people who are collecting this Digital Art for Climate NFTs, who are adding resources to these efforts with an app. And we have now a team member, Dr. Hossein Hassani, who joined us with the 1st of April, and who has a lot of expertise, bringing not only data science, but also this digital tools development expertise, also bridge builder to AI solutions and academic partners all around the world. Yeah, so this is an outline about our plans with COP28. As I said, the those who are interested to get connected, I will write here, send your expressions of interest to my email. It's bolza@glocha.info. And with this, we come to the next point on our agenda, and this is the edutainment show. And we have Christina Stevens with us, an author, media expert, active and concerned global citizen, and very many hats and passions that you are bringing to our work. Thank you. You have been with us also at our pavilion last year with a meditation session each morning, which was also widening our action space, our space of mindfulness and awareness. Thanks for this. And please tell us where you see the potentials for edutainment and an edutainment show at COP28.
Well, good morning. And thank you, Miro. Good morning, everyone. I'm very impressed with this lineup that you have for COP28. This is all very, very exciting. When we're talking about inclusion, it's really time, especially since we're working in the arts, where music, where visuals, where movies, where celebrities, where fashion, and all of this can be wrapped up into learning and discovering and finding out more about what is happening in the world and climate, and how each of us can take action, can turn our passion into action. So the inclusive part of this is we would love to open COP up to civil society. Civil society has not really been involved. It comes out in the news occasionally and a little bit of that, but not enough. I want to tell you a story about the last time we did an edutainment show. And that was actually, well, we started many years ago, and we kind of built it small. And then the last time we were in San Francisco when actually our president here in the US decided that he did not want to actually be supportive of COP. And so all the mayors of the United States got together and in San Francisco had a climate summit. And a friend of ours is Al Gore, and Miro said, do you think Al would kind of host our edutainment show at Grace Cathedral, which is a magnificent venue in San Francisco, holds a lot of people, holds about 600. And so I approached Al and I said, Al, would you be our host, or would you like give us a keynote? And he looked at the date and he said, oh, I think I'm busy, Christina. I'm busy at the event. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I said, oh, okay. All right. Well, what a pity. Anyhow, a few weeks after the event in San Francisco, I bumped into Al at a party or something. And I said, hey, tell me, how did you do in San Francisco? How were your meetings and your speeches and everything? He said, oh, we did pretty well. He said, how did you do? And I said, well, we got 15 minutes on ABC, which is one of the largest networks here. And he was kind of a little shocked. But 15 minutes, you can't buy that time. There's no way you can get that kind of coverage and awareness building doing anything. I mean, even if I jumped off a bridge or taped myself to a tree in Central Park, I wouldn't get that kind of coverage, but we did. And what we had in the show, it was 2 hours long. We were packed. We had standing room only, and we did have people standing, believe me. And we ran for 2 hours. I don't think any one performer went longer than 5 minutes. I put a limit on it so that show just kept turning over and turning over and turning, so no one could leave. because it was all way too exciting. And we started with local children running in through the audience with their drums, and then they just started drumming. And I would like to do something very similar in Dubai, because I'm sure we can find some local children. Begin it with young people expressing themselves in their music. And anyway, so that was the beginning, and we ran through 2 hours full on, and it was just standing room and ovation throughout. I wish I had a couple of clips to show you, but I'm not the possessor of the clips, unfortunately, so I couldn't put that together. Plus I'm traveling right now. If you can see, I'm kind of in an odd environment, not in my office or anything. Anyway, but so this year we would like to open COP up, especially in Dubai, because I've never been to Dubai, but I'm very excited to go there, and I will be there from, I believe, May 19th through the 22nd, so that we can be brainstorming, because the venue is the key. How many people, how large an event can we put on? That's going to be our key for our budget, for the celebrities that we are able to pull in, either live streaming or pre-recorded, or bringing them in person. So the venue is going to be the key to what this show is going to look like. We do it on a small scale, much better on a big scale, because we can inspire and empower and really bring passion into this COP that can go outside and reach out to as many people as we can get to see it. So we're very, very excited. I'm excited to be in Dubai, because that will give me all the avenues to look at, see what production we can do there, see how big can we go, because I like to do big. As Miro knows, I'm always saying it takes just as much work to do small as it does to do big. And the bigger we go, the better we're going to be able to speak. Excuse me. The better I'm going to have to. Sorry, I'm getting excited here. And when I get excited, I lose my voice. I talk too much, I think. Excuse me. Anyhow, are there any questions you want to ask me? Because as I said, I'm kind of in transit right now, and I grabbed a little corner that I kind of thought you could see some light on my face. But Miro, is there anything more you would like me to go over right now?
I think for the time being, it's good. And Mac will also speak later from the Music for SDGs initiative, Earth Day Network Japan, and there might be some additional aspects to shed light on. But now I would like to ask Mo to join us on the screen from Arts Help. Having huge numbers of artists in your network, and also for me, one of the most inspiring accomplishments visually was to see the winners of our art competition on the billboards in Shibuya in Japan. I've been there, and I know that's massive what's happening there, and having our artists there, I thought, wow, that's nice. And you helped us to get there. And we are also collaborating on the Conscious Crypto Creators program, building capacity among artists that they know about the blockchain technology and its environmental footprint to make the right decisions. So please share your perspectives on edutainment for COP28 and the power of art.
Thank you, Miroslav. I think it's so nice to see everybody here. I see some familiar faces and some of our partners, and some really exciting and just innovative projects in the works leading up to COP28. So my name is Mo Gonam, as Miroslav mentioned, and I'm the founder of Arts Help. Arts Help it's the largest digital art publisher. So essentially we do two things. One is we do publishing for creatives, and we use various different mediums, like Miroslav mentioned. Billboards is actually one of our mediums. So we have distribution in just over 140 markets. So we're in the US, Canada, we are in the UK, different parts of Asia, and also in Africa and the Middle East as well. So we also have our editorial platform, which is online essentially, and we reach people through interviews that we publish on our website. We also have about 20 million followers across 200 social media channels. So we really look at our audience and look at ways that we can captivate them with content and also engage them in projects that are aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. And those are, the 17 SDGs is really our framework for everything that we do. We also do our programming. So when we publish content, it's usually content that is related to our programming. And that's everything from events, art competitions, to various different education related initiatives that we launch. One of those projects that we launched about 2 years ago was called Conscious Crypto Creator. And I'll keep it very short because I know we're tight on time, but essentially Conscious Crypto Creator is a program that was designed to educate the creative economy about crypto and blockchain and participating in a sustainable way, because we believe that is crucial to first be educated, to understand the basics and the foundation of it, but then also to have the knowledge and make the right decisions when engaging in this space. So one of our partners, DigitalArt4Climate, was really looking at providing resources, and they received a grant from our $3.5 million commitment to Conscious Crypto Creator. This year is an exciting year for us, especially leading into COP28. First and foremost, we've evolved Conscious Crypto Creator into a 2.0 called Conscious Corporations. And we're really, the first edition of CCC was focused on the creative economy, but we also recognize and realize that the private sector really need to be engaged as well. So we created a program called Conscious Corporations, which we spoke about last year at COP27 in Egypt, and this year it's launching. So it'll be kind of great to be able to share some of the metrics and some of the organizations that have been involved with Conscious Corporations. But essentially, it provides the private sector with information about sustainability, Web3 in the Web3 space as well, and it helps them identify a clearer path to their corporate social responsibility policies. So it gives them an update, a refresh, and for those private sectors that maybe don't have a corporate social responsibility policy, it allows them to generate it in a really authentic and simplified way. This year, we also announced another project that we're really excited about. It is in partnership with the UNFCCC, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. And we're building out the world's first climate library. It's essentially intended to provide public access portal to the UNFCCC archives that allows an unmediated access to the unique UNFCCC historic information. So the initial phase will focus on digitalizing the most fragile and valuable paper archives and developing a catalog of digital images and audiovisual session recordings of the conference of parties, its subsidies, and contributing parties. The first iteration of that, or the first main focus, will be to publish 1.7 million papers of archives and over 25,000 hours of recordings to ensure that the digital information is always available and accessible for research. We have a lot of demand that is coming in for this information, from scientists to universities to artists to filmmakers. And our goal with this climate library is to be able to provide an accessible portal. So we're really excited to be talking more about that. And I will wrap up now, but thank you all. It was so great to see everybody once again and see some fresh faces here today.
Thank you very much, Mo, and looking forward to energizing our connections once we have the call for submissions ready, because on the 14th of June, as has been said, we are going to publish it, and we have some conversations with powerful amplifiers. So we are confident that the resonance will be very big, and that we will have a very interesting and inspiring artwork to show and to bring to COP28. And talking about inspiring artwork, I will add now to the screen also two of our partners, Ruba Hussein from the Art for All Center, Sharjah, and Mac Okubo, Music for SDGs, Digital Art for Climate, Japan. Ruba, would you like to share first some information about your programs that you have?
Sure. First, let me thank you so much, Miro, for the opportunity for the participation today with you guys. And I need to thank everyone. The great explanation about the climate change. Everyone has introduced their work in a very inspiring way, actually. And it's incredible experience, Miro, to be part, in your platform to showcase our talented disabled artists. And we appreciate the support and encouragement given to us. And it's truly heartening to see a strong foundation being built here in the UAE to collaborate together and bring about positive change in the community. I would also like to take an opportunity to express our interest in collaborating with you, Miro, and your organization for COP28 of this year. And we strongly believe that this collaboration will help in creating a great awareness and impact toward the artists with disabilities and their talent. So let me give you a brief intro about our center and who we are. We are Art for All Center Falaj, which is subordinated from Sharjah City for Humanitarian Services. We are actually the first center in the country and the Arab Gulf region to provide services to discover and train talented artists with disabilities and produce artistic works in the fields of theater, music, and fine arts. And the center has contributed since its opening in 2017 by the presence of His Highness, the ruler of Sharjah, in many of an international and national events in our fields. And with the help of Her Highness Sheikha Jamila Al Qasimi as well, she's our general manager. So yeah, it's simply the world of art that we're living in at the moment. And in this year, we actually decided with all the changes, the technology changes that happened, we decided to change everything, all our paintings, everything related to art in our center to digital. So yeah, that's in brief. And thank you once more, Miro.
Hello. Okay, so my name is Mako Kubos. I'm very honored to be here attending this important UN STI Forum side event on digital art for climate and blockchain for climate and COP28. And I'd like to share the screen. So just a moment, please. Thank you. So I'd like to talk about the Earth Day Japan network and also music for SDGs. So I was supposed to be together with Mari Asada, the Mari Sophia and board member of the Earth Day Japan network, but she couldn't make it in person today. So I'd like to share her video presentation on the Earth Day Japan network as well as the Digital Art for Climate Japan.
Earth Day started in 1970, April 22nd, a day to
We can't hear the audio. Mac.
Okay. You don't hear the
no sound.
Speech, right? Okay. How about this? Okay, just a moment, please. Okay. Okay, just a moment, please. Okay. Okay, just a moment, please. I try to fix this.
Okay, then shall we wait or shall we try later again?
Maybe okay. I will maybe talk about my presentation first, so that I can prepare for the video later. So okay, just a moment, please. Okay. So you see my screen, right? So I'd like to explain about the Earth Day Japan network.
And you have altogether for both presentations 6 minutes, yeah?
Okay, yeah. So the Earth Day Japan Network is a voluntary organization that connects Earth Day participants throughout Japan with the following main objective: to connecting Earth Day participants around the world and also in Japan, and also building a community of Earth Day organizations throughout Japan, and also supporting projects that anyone can participate in throughout Japan. So and then Earth Day actions is actually exist across Japan, and the idea of having the Earth Day Japan network is to collaborate and coordinate all of those efforts to be a one big effort. And also, as the Japan network has a collaboration with many different public and private sector players, so this means that we can actually gather voices and gather powers to make the difference. And also I'm working as the director for music for SDGs, and I have been working with GloCha and IAAI since the establishment of the project. They're using the music and entertainment to promote the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And recently we had the Earth Day Music Festival together with the Earth Day Japan Network, and then in conjunction with International Earth Day. And then we invited more than 30 artists around the world, and we had 7 hours the online events, and then thinking about and talking about the sustainability. And also, these are the major activities around the globe that we have engaged. So we visited the Dubai together with Milo, and we talked about digital art, and also have the Humming for Peace back to UNEP 50th year anniversary. Also promoting the Japanese culture and tradition, also doing the edutainment, like education and conferences through the musical form. Also, we promoted the artists with a disability. Those artists are actually performed during the Tokyo Paralympic opening and closing ceremony. And also we invited the artists for the OECD meeting and United Nations headquarters when I served as speaker on innovation and investment, and we invited the artists, and it was also they performed the music as well, and also we had a concert and promoting the kimono. So talking about Japan, we have a lot of keywords that people might think about: the anime or the kimono, sustainable fashion, and then I hope that the Digital Art for Climate Japan would have a submission on something that you love. So because of the technical matters, I cannot show the voices of Mari today, but I can share the link of those video that everyone can watch and listen to the presentation about digital art for climate Japan. We are doing the contest together with a global digital art for climate initiative. So thank you. So maybe we are ready available for any questions. Sorry for the technical issues, so I cannot show the sound of the presentation.
Please send me the link to the YouTube video of Mari, and I will share it here on screen and in the comment section. And Christina, would you like to comment on the work and the potentials that we see there in Japan to connect it with our
I think it would be wonderful to partner with your organization on what we do in Dubai, because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to all work together, and we are looking to bring in groups from all over the world. And I see everything that you've done is exactly the pathway that we are taking. So I'm hoping that we can gather together soon. Will you be in Dubai when we are there? Do you know? 19th through 22nd of May?
Oh,
22nd of May, we will be in Dubai, in the Slovenian pavilion for the edutainment show. We can bring you also in virtually.
Yes.
And we have spoken with Mari that she will come to Carinthia for our co-creation festival workshop series. So we will have the tight connection in preparing our
and I'm likely to be in Cannes in France on the 22nd of May, and having the side meeting with the Cannes Movie Festival. So we can have a synergy probably.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds interesting.
I won a gold lion at Cannes.
Because because not only the United Nations events, we are also looking at the movies and fashion shows and those who are very entertainment factors to enhance awareness on the SDGs of the general public.
Great, super. We certainly can learn and create synergies. Thanks for your contributions and your continued support and passion and work. Thank you. And now we are coming to our second or third part of the agenda. It's a blockchain for climate, really how to build the data and digital innovation for youth and citizens climate action empowerment. And just a very broad overview from my side, what is needed, because we want to empower everyone, but especially youth, to take meaningful and rewarding climate action. We are creating an opportunity for artists to submit their work to this process, but we want that they can also benefit from it, and that also this new creative economy opportunities that blockchain technology offers, that this can be translated into a resource mobilization mechanism that will nurture young people's work for the climate all over the world. And we see that this is not just developing an app or so. It's really a very complex ecosystem development, developing a technology stack, developing standards, methodologies, digital finance tool, data architecture, interoperability of wallets and everything. So there's really a lot of work. And we have there the cooperation with the Climate Change Coalition. I think I should show now this video of Tom Baumann. He is the founder and co-chair of the Climate Change Coalition, the world's leading network of blockchain experts for climate. He would have loved to be with us, but he has a health emergency in his family. And so we said we have a plan B, and this is to show a video that he has sent us for COP27. And it's a 3-minute video presenting how digital solution providers in the field of blockchain for climate are working together, building new types of collaboration. And I am happy to say that I'm also involved in the Climate Change Coalition as a strategic director. And now let's watch the video of Tom Baumann.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's event. My name is Tom Baumann, and I chair the Climate Change Coalition. I would like to first congratulate and thank all of my coalition colleagues for their excellent efforts, both individually and collectively, in advancing transformative digital climate innovations. The coalition was founded 5 years ago with the support of the UN Climate Change Secretariat to be a big tent and open global multi-stakeholder network. We are celebrating our 5th anniversary at COP27. During those years, the coalition has grown from 12 founding organizations to over 360 organizations in 69 countries. The coalition was founded on the ethos of blockchain and emerging technologies as an open, distributed network where members self-organize into member-driven initiatives. As part of our COP27 activities, we are launching our stocktake report and new strategy to guide our path going forward. The coalition's mission is to resolve issues and challenges needed to advance transformative digital climate innovations by co-creating resources to support a shared data and digital infrastructure, as well as supporting networking and capacity building, as well as partnering between digital and climate communities. At COP27, the coalition is partnering with IAAI GloCha on the new digital innovation platform to enhance stakeholder participation, including online. As well, the coalition is launching a series of climate change labs focusing on key issues, including adaptation and resilience, digital finance, as well as citizen and youth empowerment. As well, the stocktake report analyzes our member database, which is being migrated into an online searchable member map so that stakeholders can access contact information, know the locations, organization descriptions, as well as better understand the types of organizations, the types of blockchain technologies that are being used, the level of development of those blockchain technologies, as well as knowing member priorities in terms of market geographies, types of applications, as well as different stakeholders. The stocktake report is a real testament to the goodwill and commitment of coalition members. We encourage you to check our new resources and to get in contact with coalition members to learn more about their innovations. Thank you, and sending my best wishes to everyone for a successful COP.
Yeah, this is Tom Baumann, a real leader and a systemic thinker, really about building the data and digital innovation infrastructure for all of society, climate action empowerment. And we are working with the Climate Change Coalition and IAAI GloCha and partners like Today and others on setting up a cross-border competence center for digital innovation and climate action empowerment in Klagenfurt. We have already a successful EU Interreg project initiative on challenges mapping, and another one on developing a citizens climate action app with the EU mission cities Klagenfurt and Velenia. And the one who is helping us really to get here from the conceptual phrase to really high impact programs is Hossein Hassani, our Director of Data Science and Innovation Technology, one of the world's top 1% scientists, expert in AI and many more fields. And Hossein, please tell us your perspectives on how data and digital innovation can enhance or empower climate action.
Well, thank you, Miro. Let me just say hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening from Vienna. Around the world, wherever you are, I wish you all the best. And thank you for sharing your insight. I really enjoyed from the beginning of this event till now, and then thanks to participants as well. If I may share a couple of points with you, we talk about several aspects, Miro, from the beginning of this event. One of them is, the challenges that we have, but the priorities is very important. The priority always is important to which challenge we need to consider as well. Not also for the citizen, but also among the partner as well. Here we are talking about global challenge mapping, which is currently lacking. We do not have such a say in a holistic way the approach and app and also tools to tackle this issue. Why? Let me share with you a couple of points that we can consider. Priority is one of the things that the advantage of having these tools and mapping bring to us. Why this is important? Because we have a couple of, every time or every year, we have a couple of pressing challenge as well. So prioritize this challenge is quite important for us, not only for policymaker, but also for decision maker as well, including the society as well. And from morning till now, I'm glad to hear that many of the colleagues and partners mentioned about the collaborative approach as well. Such these tools bring the collaborative approach for tackling the climate change and also the issue that we have as well, because the partner that we can building and bringing together the diverse stakeholders to share their perspective and knowledge together in order to have a better approach. And at the same time, we're looking at the holistic view as well. Why? Because having these tools enable us to have a better view from diverse aspect as well, because we are looking at the interconnection too as well. At the same time, data-driven approach is one of the most important approach as well. I can mention a couple of more points as well, like this, such as this approach and tools bring us accessibility, because we look at the different age, different group, and also the app that currently IAAI and GloCha is providing. I would like to mention that I'm pleased and glad to inform you that it's kind of user-friendly. Everybody can use it. So age for us is not important. Yes, we are talking about citizens, but at the same time, one of the key user we are targeting is youth, because we know that the future is for them, and then they need to be involved from now as well. Engagement, how we can engage them better, but at the same time, our tools and app is educational, because we can provide and share with them the educational with the feedback that we have. And we talk about tokenization, we talk about award, and this kind of aspect goes within the tools that we are providing as well. What I would like to conclude is, let's united, we can make a difference. Here we are in the United Nations, and that's a name for my conclusion slide as well. So let us collaborate together and work together to tackle the global challenge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hossein. And perhaps you want to introduce also Mahdi Jalili, yes, who is has sent us his video message, and who we are also very happy to collaborate on developing these tools.
Sure. Well, as we discussed and we talked, we have started collaboration with many institutes and university, because IAAI or GloCha, we are at the same time research, academic, and tackling various issues as well. So collaboration for us is quite important. One of the key partners that we have that help us through the tech and for this app is RMIT University in Australia. And you can see that we are in Europe, but we are collaborating with Japan, Australia, Africa, around the world as well. So we would like to share with you a 3-minute video that has been recorded by.
Hello everyone, I am Professor Mehdi Jalili from Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology in Victoria, Australia. I am Director of Intelligent Informatics and Control Research Group at RMIT School of Engineering. And today I'm going to briefly present the type of works that we are doing in our research group and the collaboration that we have started with International Association for Advancement of Innovation on different climate change topics. So our group is a dynamic group. We have about 10 academics, more than 15 postdocs, and more than 40 students working on different aspects related to clean energy and transport systems. So we have 2 main research areas within our group: renewable and clean energy systems and zero emission transport, which mainly we are doing electric vehicles for zero emission transport. And in all these research areas, we do user-centric designs, and we always have the design and development from the user's perspective, looking at how customers are dealing with all these kind of new technologies. And our solutions are based on AI, based on artificial intelligence, state-of-the-art machine learning solutions, and data-informed decision-making systems. So we've recently started collaboration with International Association for Advancement of Innovation for Global Challenges on different solutions required in the space. Solutions like digital platform solutions, preparing and building tailored applications and industry solutions, especially for our expertise, which is clean energy, clean transport, and engaging community and citizens with all these kind of solutions, because we believe that without proper engagement of citizens, without proper engagement of communities and industries, all these kind of clean technologies won't be that much effective. If we want to have good and effective solutions, we need to increase community engagements. So we are doing research on future energy grids and the role of consumers in making our energy systems cleaner, based on more renewables, making our energy systems supporting clean transport systems. And also we are trying to build some AI-enabled planning solutions in order to manage, plan, and do kind of co-planning between transport and energy systems. Our aim is to build some data-informed decision-making and policy-making solutions and to do some techno-economic analysis. So if you are interested in reaching out, please do not hesitate to contact me. So if you Google me, Mehdi Jalili, you'll find all my email contact information, including email and my phone number. But my email is mehdi.jalili@rmit.edu.au.
Yeah, that's great that we have now this partnership and that we can tap into this knowledge and this entrepreneurial ingenuity of students in Australia. But we are building also partnerships with Austrian universities, with partners in Slovenia. And yeah, we are really on a growth path now. And thanks, Hossein, for strengthening also our team. And thanks also, Maria. Maria came also from a cooperation with the University of Applied Sciences in Carinthia, an intern now, but with the plan to stay our permanent staff in the future. And now we have here Trang, our friend in Geneva, who is going to develop with us blockchain-based solutions for resource mobilization. Just we don't have everything on track yet, but we said it's good to have general information about this topic. Hi, Trang.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Trang Fernandez-Leknecht. I'm a Swiss lawyer specialized in digital and tech and international tax. So it's a pleasure to join you here because it's a great project that reconcile many of the most hot topics nowadays, which is credit carbon, and how to make them available and mobilize resources in different ways to support different SDGs. And in the tech, especially in the blockchain world, there are different ways to crowdfund these resource monetizations. And of course, we have the tokenization aspect that can be easily transferred and fractionalized so that we can give access to more people than it used to be before. And also, of course, there are infrastructure that we can put in place so that we can integrate many voices across the world and give them access through, for example, like a token in which we can add different features, different rights, and different income as well. And there's so many different ways to do so. I'm very happy and excited to start this project as well. So we discussed art, digital art, and credit carbon during the COP27 last year. It was really great to be there as well with many of you, and also happy to see the projects in Rio, actually, during my visit to Klagenfurt in January, because this is a lot of knowledge. I have heard most of you in the last almost 2 hours now, and all this knowledge can be shared, displayed, and exchanged when the building, the competence and knowledge center will be present there. And it's, by the way, for those who doesn't know Klagenfurt and Austria yet, I really warmly encourage you to go for a visit. It's worth the visit by itself. Thank you.
I'm muted. Can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah, so when you came in January to see us in Klagenfurt, this was really for me proof that you are the right person that is going to be with us on this journey, because we think that with blockchain technology, we can create in practice co-ownership. I think we need more global commons. We need things that belong all of us, all of humanity, the intellectual resources, the organizational infrastructure that is needed for all of society empowerment. We should have a new thinking and co-ownership, fractional co-ownership, and blockchain technology makes this possible. And the vision is that the GloCha Center will be owned by all of global society and also managed in a way the resources of it as belonging to everyone, and also for the sake of future generations. And your expertise helps us to be compliant with tax regulation and everything. So thank you very much for your great contribution. And by COP28, we will have a white paper where it will be clear for people what we are building, how we are building, where the engagement opportunities are, and how everything is in line with regulation. And so thanks for being with us. And now our metaverse friends, Jane and Tadej, we are being together in Dubai in March last year. And since then, you've been on such a growth path with World Metaverse Council. Happy to have you again with us today. Please, Jane, would you like to start first about blockchain Web3 for impact, the work that you are doing in Dubai, and then to the World Metaverse Council, and then today about the COP in the Metaverse project.
Yes, and it's wonderful to hear all of these exciting developments and partners at the table, and thanks for having us. I'm actually in Dubai, and so I'm looking forward to supporting all of these efforts as we lead up to COP, and I'll be at the Slovenia event coming up shortly, and GITEX Impact, and we're very excited to make this one of the most important COPs ever, with lots of excitement and pizzazz in UAE, as you can imagine. But the World Metaverse Council is a global organization which is committed to building open, accessible, decentralized, sustainable metaverse, and sustainability is one of our most important verticals. And Miro, thank you very much for co-chairing the working group on sustainability. But I want to very quickly pass the floor to Tadej, who's going to talk to you about some of the work that our groups on sustainability and open metaverse have been doing preparing for COP. So very much looking forward to working with you all. If you come to Dubai, reach out to me, and very excited for the World Metaverse Council to be part of this grand collaboration.
Thank you, Jane. Hello to everybody, also from my side. I don't know if I will be able to share. Yes, I'm sharing the screen. So, as it was already mentioned today, at COP27, with collaboration with Miroslav, Republic of Slovenia, and many other partners, we developed the first ever COP side event in Metaverse. It was initiative that allows more than 500 participants to be in person in Metaverse, to discuss, to present the ideas, companies, and also we had Ministry of Economic Development from Slovenia presenting their activities in Metaverse. For COP28, now World Metaverse Council working group for open metaverse development is preparing upgraded version of MetaCop, where we already collaborate with many companies that they are developing a common framework for interoperable metaverses, enabling various providers of their metaverse to connect and to enable participants to go from one to another metaverse. And here, because we spoke today a lot about the cities, progressive cities, fighting climate change, we are aligning the MetaCop 28 also with the solutions, where we will call and give opportunity to the cities who are, of course, trying to do their best fighting climate change, to present their activities inside the metaverse, to collaborate, and of course, to be inclusive. We also believe that youngsters are our future, and with the metaverse solution, we are actually providing them opportunities that they are part of the COP conferences. So we are really looking forward to the collaboration with GloCha, with all the partners today present here. I see a lot of opportunities how we can have wonderful synergies with the work being done with various partners of GloCha. So we are aiming to present the pilot version of the MetaCop 28 in June, together with Miroslav at the conference in Bonn. But until then, if I'm ending with call to action, please, if you are interested to be part of our movement, join us. We believe that already in this year, in December, November, December, Meta COP28 will be hosted and having more than 20-30 countries, various organizations inside, but I hope more than 50 cities globally being presented in Meta COP. So Miroslav, thank you a lot.
Thank you very much, Tadej. Congratulations to your leadership work. It's really important to make the UNFCCC process more inclusive, providing new entry points for global society. There are so many people who have solutions and ideas and stories to show to the global community. And with your solution, this is possible. And we were also with Digital Art for Climate, as I mentioned, the stories of the artists, the community building around the whole initiative. We can also have several programs and activities in the metaverse.
Yes, thank you, Miroslav. Here I'm sharing the contact person, Daniel Ropanerier. For everybody who are interested, please contact Daniel and let's start to cooperate. Thank you.
Bravo. Thank you. Lep pozdrav, Slovenia. And now, Raymond van Ermen, a big visionary and champion of blockchain for the SDGs in the European Union. Please tell us about the BC 100+ initiative, which is a flagship initiative in the UN system as regards uptake of the great potentials of blockchain technology.
Thank you, Miro. The blockchain for the UN Charter Values and the SDGs, BC 100+, to which Miro and the Climate Change Coalition contributes as steering group member, is developed to accelerate the pace of sustainability transformation. BC 100+ is under the high patronage of the President of the United Nations General Assembly, His Excellency Mr. Csaba Kőrösi. And it should be recognized as, and we hope it will become, one of the game-changing initiatives, strengthening the shared responsibility for governance of our global common goods. We are extremely pleased to be able to rely on the wisdom and networks of our high-level advisory group members, which includes Mrs. Nenad Dokuzov, Simon Zadek, and Mr. Janusz Potocznik. And thanks to Mr. Potocznik, who is co-chair of the UNEP International Resource Panel, we have the link with UN science-driven initiatives as the scientific platforms related to climate as well as biodiversity. And we wish to develop thematic situation rooms related to rainforests, oceans, food, and so on, and contribute to the UNEP World Environment Situation Room. We will, of course, take care to have empowerment of youth on the agenda, in particular, thanks to Miro, and there will be a flagship on climate change, youth, and empowerment. We are also working with development banks. We are launching in the coming days a manifesto identifying also best-in-class blockchain applications for the Sustainable Development Goals. And with two of our partners, Positive Blockchain and Blockchain for Good, we have the first elements of a network of situation rooms to be connected with the UN. To be kept informed, please contact Miro or myself. We hope to be able to present our achievements at GTEx Impact. It will include indeed a manifesto, a group of best-in-class blockchain applications, a certain number of flagships, including, of course, on finance. Over to you, Miro. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you've done a great job as a pioneer in this field, and BC 100 Plus is giving a structure into these isolated initiatives. It's really a worthwhile initiative, and it's really very positive that the president of the General Assembly, Shaba Qureshi, is open to this approach. He sees the potentials, and we will have an activity in the context of the high-level political forum virtually together, but then also in September when we have our digital innovation, co-creating the future with digital innovation conference on the 6th and 7th of September, we will try to include also a presentation of BC 100 Plus, because it gives structure. There are so many people working in related fields, and we need to work as one, like an organism. And for this, your initiative is very helpful.
Thank you.
And with this, we are coming to an end. Daria, would you like to say some concluding words? No, please join us here, at least for a beautiful picture. Yeah, and with this, we are saying goodbye from Vienna. And Maria, please, no, they didn't see you. You have to be in the picture as well.
Late than never.
Better late than never. Yeah, sometimes it takes some time before we. Yeah, are we all in? No, I'm not in. So now we are all in, and let's full screen. Here we are. Bye bye, everyone, and get in contact and watch out for the information on DigitalArt4Climate.space regarding the engagement opportunities in Carinthia. Between the 28th of May and the 3rd of June, we will have our co-creation festival, which will be a micro festival at this time, but with the vision that in the future, every year, there should be a festival where our community comes together, works for 2 weeks, enjoys nature, and gets inspiration from one another and enjoys life. So that's what's coming up. And we believe that the future is bright because such great people, we are united, working for the common good. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
So, ending the